Nah, it's about unity, bro. It's about unity, bro. We all we got. We all we got. Right now, everybody is divided on, well, as above, so below. In the community, everybody's divided. As a people, we all divided. But as people are part of the movement, melanin versus diabetes, right now we all divided because our normal little 50 people, 60 people, they somewhere in between watching all these different lives right now. So right now, as people is catching up on all the different lives, they don't know. People is everywhere. Right now, it's somebody that been running around all day. Today's Black Friday. They're just watching the very first video we started at 4 o'clock this morning. So we getting these joints in. Got to get them in. And then people will have time to go back, watch them, break them down, figure it out. Just shoot it. And you know, we ain't getting no help from the algorithm. The algorithm is not trying to do nothing for us. Right? The algorithm ain't going to give us no, it is, yeah. So we just got to think this out. Right? We just got to think this out. Right? We got to think this out together. In fact, I'm glad you in here, Bayat. So don't you go too far away from your keyboard. I'm glad you in here. We're gonna work this out. Me, you, and Zai. Me, you, and Zai gonna figure this out. 3 of us. Somebody else watching, but I don't know who that is. So the 3 of us gonna figure this out. I'm mad. They'll catch up, right? That's hot. It's hot, hot. Ooh-wee. Yes, ma'am. Gracias. That wasn't even hot.
You want to feel the water?
That's like warm.
The water itself is hot, but your cup is warm.
Oh nah, it was pretty. It was all right. It's all right. All right. So where was that? All right. So here we go. All right, we got 9 in here. All right, so we got 9 in here. Okay. So here's my question. Right? Here's my question. Right? So let's erase this. Shit. Damn. Feel like I inhaled some of this marker stuff wrote just now. Okay. All right. So, matter of fact, let's see if we can get some map. Let's get some map. Let's get some ancient map quest going on here. Okay. All right. Let's do this. All right. Hold up. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So now we're looking at the map, right? So people from over here, do they come straight across this water? There y'all go. Let me get the mic together. My mic sound nice. Hold up. My mic sounds nice. Okay. All right. So do the people over here come straight across the water to Egypt and invade or no? Do they come straight across the water to Egypt? No. So they walk, they come in, right? They come in down here. They come in over here to Libya. So they come into Libya over here. Okay, here we go. So they come straight over into Libya. And then what is this? What is this country right here? This is Africa. The Greeks come into Libya. What's next door to Libya? Okay, hold on. Let's figure some stuff out. Let's just see what we got going on. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here we go. You got it? We got it right here. Y'all got it? So it's 630 BC. 630 BC, the Greeks run. Hold on. Okay. Had to get a little rough with my dog. I love my dog, but sometimes I have to get rough with my dog. It gets like that. Okay. (630 BC), the Greeks run down. Hey, don't take that dog nowhere. All right, my bad. All right, so 630 BC, the ancient Greeks colonized the area around Barca in East Libya and founded the city of Cyrene. Within 200 years, 4 more Greek cities was established in the area to be known as Cyrenaica. The area was home to renowned philosophy school of the Cyrenaics. In 525 BC, the Persian army of Cambyses II overran Cyrenaica, which for the next 2 centuries remained under Persian or Egyptian rule. Okay. Why does it say Persian or Egyptian rule? Why does it say Persian or Egyptian rule? Remember, we looked at it earlier. Why was Alexander the Great able to take over whatever the name of this country is, right? Whatever the name of this country is. This is a country right here next door to Libya. And for now, we're going to leave it as question mark country. Because we know that this country is not called Egypt. We know that this is not called Egypt because Egypt don't exist until Greek invents Egypt. So until the Greek people colonized this country, it's not called Egypt. So before we even put anything over here, right? So I know y'all like, just write in the name. We all know the name. Just put the name there. No, we're not going to put the name there. Right now, we're going to leave it as question mark. We know it's not Egypt. We know the other name, though. Right? But we're not going to put the name there. Because right now, we're trying to figure out some other things. We're trying to figure out some things. It's something we got to figure out. And once we all come to this conclusion, y'all are going to understand why I've been in the middle. The Kemetic brothers, Israelite brothers, I just been right here in the middle. Like, you do know all y'all Kemetic brothers and all y'all Israelite, y'all do know y'all all getting diabetes, right? Now I'm just saying, I got it. Kemet versus Israel, I got it. I'm just saying, you do know that the black folks is getting the diabetes, right? And so y'all know y'all got the diabetes, right? Okay. So while y'all might be confused about who y'all is, you know, the diabetes, you know, these diseases know exactly who you is. All right. I'm just going to stay right here and work with the people that need to get healed up while y'all figure this out. While y'all scrap, I'm going to just. So as we figure this out, we're gonna put this together and we got to figure out the mystery to solve. Like Scooby-Doo, we got a mystery to solve. We got a mystery to solve. Listen, we got a mystery to solve. The reason why this says for 2 centuries it remained under Persian or Egyptian rule is because, remember, Egypt had got overrun by Persia too. Egypt got overrun by Persia. And Egypt was hoping that Alexander the Great was going to come in and help them get rid of Persia. And he didn't. He came in and snatched up. He came in and snatched up the country. Because you got to remember, with all due respect, the center of everything was here, this country. This was the center of everything. This was the center of culture, the center of knowledge, the center of science. Everybody trade routes ran through here. All of the trade routes. The amber trade route going up like this. So you had an amber trade route going up like this, all the way up to near Russia, where they was trading amber for electricity. Then you had the Silk Road, right? You had the silk joint going all the way out this way, past Khmer, right? Angkor Wat and all that. All that's out this way, right? So you had mad trade routes, but all the trade routes ran through here. India was coming through, you know, like everybody was coming through. So this was the value, right? This was the value, especially after this. Because over here, they had like the iron and the metal, the metallurgy and the blacksmiths and all that. So once they got this, Greece was pretty much unstoppable. Because they already had the military, but they didn't have the weapons that they got once they got North Africa. When they got North Africa, that's when they got the blacksmiths with the different types of metals, and that was it. That was it. Once they got this, it was a wrap. Once they got this, they was basically like they was coming to a knife fight with a gun. Like you ever see, they say don't go to a gunfight with a knife. They was pulling up to knife fights with guns. So once they got the North Africa blacksmiths and the metals and all that, it was a wrap. They just walked in. They just walked across the border and just was like, listen, don't worry. We're going to help y'all out with Persia and woo, woo, woo. Only thing is, it's going to cost y'all is everything. Right? So we kind of covered that the other day. Or was it yesterday or last night or something like that? But we already went through that. Right? We already went through that. Right now, we want to get on our Plymouth Rock. Right? Right now, we on our Malcolm X. We on our Plymouth Rock routine right now. Plymouth Rock landed on us. So, here's what happens. Y'all are all go tell a friend to tell a friend. That is him again. Right? So tell a friend to tell a friend that is him again. Nature, Noriega, the Wild Gremlins, Champagne on the Rocks. I bought a sharp salad with carrots, pork chops, and applesauce. Ooh! That's that old school. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Hey, yo, regardless the rain or snow, sleet or hail, I kick street tails, choke it like I'm Spreewell. Right? That's what we're doing right now. Golden State, holding your fate in the palm of my hand. Okay, so when they come in, right? They come in. This is the block, right? We posted up on the block, right? Okay. Technically, you right, but you wrong at the same time. That was definitely pun with the sharp carrots and pork chops and applesauce and all that. But that wasn't a big pun song. Yeah, that wasn't a big pun song. Right? But hold on. So here we go. Right? We here. Right? We here. Now, them folks come down. Them folks pull up. Wait a minute. Hold up, man. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. We're going to dig in the bag for this. We're going to dig in the bag for this. Yeah, we're going to dig in the bag for this. Mm-hmm. This is important. Like, hold up, Doc. You be saving lives. You said this is important. This is important. This is bigger than us. Listen, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than us. Right? I'm in a little room. I don't know where y'all at, but this bigger than us. What we doing here today, tonight, last few weeks, Melanin verse that, it's bigger than us. So now, Greece pulls up. Right? And why do I say Greece pulls up? Because remember, Earth is Earth. Earth is Earth. People just coming up with names. Whoever take over, that's what they name it. And if you don't get that in your head, they taking your head off. So Greece lives in the mind of the Greek people. Okay? Kemet lives in the mind of the Kemetic people. they pull up. When they pull up, they put this whole block in slavery. They put this whole block in slavery right here. Lock it down. This all us. Everybody get down and lay down. We grabbing up them women, all them fat booties and all that coming with us. Y'all could work for us, or y'all could, you know how they say, I'm going to get you, sucker. You can take the stairs or the window. Yo, listen, Greece pulled up and said, listen, we don't know what y'all doing. We don't know where y'all get ready to go, but you got to get out of here, right? You can take the stairs or the window. It's up to you. You got the stairs or the window. It's your choice, right? Okay. So now they pull up to the spot. Nothing too extravagant. You know, they pull up to the spot, nothing too extravagant. Now, when they set up, here's the play, right? They pull up to the spot. Now we're gonna make a blow up over here of what goes on in there, right? So they pull up to the spot. What do? They set up. You see that? Oh, that's light. Oh, no blood clot this. Oh, no blood clot this. Oh. All right, look. So now they pull up to the spot. They pull up to the spot and they set up. They set up a campus. What is this campus for? We just talked about it. The campus is dedicated. It's a studying place. It's where you learn. The campus is dedicated to Osiris, right? The campus is dedicated to Osiris, right? Wrong. There is no such a thing as Osiris. They made Osiris up. The campus is dedicated to Usia, right? The campus is basically dedicated to studying everything in Kemet. They have to learn, they have to be taught by the priesthood about the gods, about the Medu Neter. Listen, the Medu Neter, let me explain this to y'all so y'all get it. In Kemet, the Kemetic people, listen, the people that born and died in Kemet was not allowed to mess with the Medu Neter. That was not for the common people. So the way it's violated now, where anybody could just tourist it up and go in there with a Popeye soda and drop litter on the floor and do this. The Medu Neter was the words of the gods. So the Rosetta Stone, what you're looking at, when you're looking at the Rosetta Stone, that's not something that would have been done. That's something that had to be done at gunpoint. The Rosetta Stone had to be done at gunpoint. Like, nah, you're going to give it up. You're going to give it up. Right? Sticky fingers. right? Sticky fingers. Think about Onyx. What Sticky Fingers say? He said, what he said? How you gonna throw your guns in the air? I hate your guts, and I hope that you got sticky fingers. My name and my life is a lie. My man said, sticky fingers, my name and my life is a lie. Look, they came in, they were sticky fingers. That's what they telling the Greek people. I mean, that's what they telling the Kemetic people. I hate your guts and I hope that you die. I'm Greece. And my name and my life is a lie. Plus, I'm having a bad day, so stay out of my way. And what the sword packing people say, you better obey. Just in the nick of time, I commit the perfect crime. I stole your whole country. Without a sword, just a line. Without a sword, just a line. You lost all your history because it's all in the mind, and what's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. Don't even blink or I'm going to rob your country blind. Yo, Sticky Fingers was basically doing an autobiography for Greece. The whole classic Sticky Fingers verse. That's how Greece came down, right? There's no such a thing as them writing the Medu Neter with a foreign language like, yo, here, learn this. Here, let's give our most prestigious, private, sacred, divine writings. Let's give the blueprint to the oppressor. No, that's not how that went. They didn't just happen to discover the Rosetta Stone. Like, when you hear all the stories about the Rosetta Stone, like the Rosetta Stone was laying around. Oh, yeah, the Rosetta Stone was laying around. We just happened to, oh, man, look what this is under my foot. Look at this here, Rosetta Stone. Man, the Greeks and the Egyptians, must have been so cool that, yeah, they was going ahead and teaching the Greeks everything. Yeah, they were so cool and tight. They would just go ahead and open up the doors. Listen. Listen. These are just facts. This is the only, like they got OnlyFans. This is only facts. These are only facts club. Hey, stop that. Who's that in there? Why y'all not watching the movie? That fast? Because they're probably going to do part 3. That's crazy. So, listen. Greece come in, they pull up to the spot, right? They set up camp. Literally campus. Now, just in case you don't know, right? Because y'all might not know. A college is a military thing. A college campus is a military thing. Right? You don't win a war with a sword or a gun. You don't win a war with a bomb. You don't even win a war with, like, what is that thing they put against your country where they stop letting you make money and all that? You don't even win a war with that. I keep telling you that the main secret of all secrets in the universe. Where is heaven? Right here. Time and space, light and sound only exist here. Only exist here. This is where it is. In your mind. A campus is a military thing. What is the very first corporation in America? What is the first corporation to be set up in America? Come on, before you get a chance to Google it. Come on, before you get a chance to Google it. Yeah, sanctions. That's the thing where they stop you from making money. Correct. Oh, Lauren is in the building. Lauren been with us all day almost. I think she's been on with us all day. But listen, what is the first corporation they set up in America? See, y'all Google it. Harvard. Harvard. Harvard is the first incorporated anything to pop off in America. That's the first American institution, Harvard. And when America goes to war, where they go to war from? Harvard, MIT, Stanford. Harvard, MIT, Stanford. Right? So they set up the campus. Okay. What is a job called? What is a job called? Because first of all, job is from Joe, but what is a job outside of Joe? What is it called? Occupation. Yeah. What's your occupation? Job is slang. What's your occupation? So they set up the campus. Right? They set up the campus so they can learn everything. We need to learn about all them gods, all that. The math, the science, how y'all built them things over there, them big mountains. How did y'all build those mountains? Those man-made mountains. We want to know how y'all did that. How did y'all do that? And how did y'all put that big cat, that big dog or that cat, whatever that is, how did y'all put that big canine in the sand over there? What is that? We need to know that. We want all that. So from the time they set up shop, let's say another 100 or so years goes by, right? We take the priest. We invite the priest to dinner. Come on over to dinner. Big bad wolf style. What big eyes you had, the better to see you with. What big teeth you had. The better teeth. Right? So they bring over the priests, 70 priests, 72 priests. Right? Put them over here in the tower. We need y'all to write up the program. What program? We need y'all to write up the whole program. Write up the program. We need a Rosetta Stone in Greek of your whole program. Write up your program. We need a Rosetta Stone in Greek of your program, the whole program. Write it up. So inside this book, inside this new Rosetta, this religious Rosetta Stone, right? Now, mind you, they're not doing this to get paid. They're not doing this for the love, the sport, none of that. Okay, wait. We might be moving too fast, right? We might be moving too fast. Okay, look, let's take it all the way back. It's nobody in Kemet but Kemet people. It's nobody in Kemet but Kemetians. Okay? Kemites. You do what you want to do. Kemetians, Kemites. There's nobody here but us, basically. There's nobody here. Right? Because at this point, you got the Kemetic people, you got different people from different places traveling through, whoever done came in, you know, they being naturalized as citizens, whatever the case may be. But this is Kemet. Right? This is Kemet. Everybody there is pretty much under one banner, one nation under a groove. One nation under a groove. Right? And there's one God. That's not just Kemet, but this whole, all this whole program is just one God. Don't get it twisted. We'll get to that at some point later on. But the Cushites, the this one, the that one, is one God, right? But this is the center of everything. Capital of trade, intelligence, all that right here, right? So now, the Greek people come in, they authorize this book, and then guess what? When they authorize this book, right? Immediately, they authorize this book, and then these people disappear overnight. These people vanish. Go back into your history books. These people vanished. This is why you have a Sheikh Anta Diop and some of these other brothers like, no. The people that's there now is not the original people, and we want to know where they went. They disappeared. They come in, and when they come in, they learn everything, right? After they learn everything, they get this book to get put together, right? There's no New Testament, Old Testament. They get this book to be put together, and then all of a sudden, there are no more Kemetic people. Magic. That's my magic thing there. That's right. The Kemetic people are gone, and now there are Egyptian people and Israel people per this book. And somehow the Israel people is enslaved to the Egypt people. Per, again, this book. Now, there are no artifacts. There's no artifacts that ever support a Israel actually existing. There's no artifacts that support Egyptians having Israelis or Israelites enslaved. There's no artifacts. Nothing supports this. The only thing that supports these stories is this book. Okay? That's the question. It's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. Where did they go? It's right there in front of you. Watch this. We're gonna put this again. I'm a word it different. I'm gonna word it different. Okay. So they pull up. This is a place full of people. There's a place full of people. It's booming. The pyramids is there. The Sphinx is there. It's popping. Right? Now they write this book. Once they write this book, this population vanishes. And then you have these people automatically out of thin air. So one night, listen, one night, everybody in this country goes to sleep in their bed, right? Men, women, children, all that. They go to sleep. They go to sleep, Kemetic people. The next morning they wake up. They are not Kemetic people anymore. The Egyptian and Israelite. They went to sleep, Kemetic people, and woke up Egyptian and Israelites. Now, if you go back and you read the Bible again, and this time you have the right story. This time you have the right narrative, right? And here's the right narrative. Here's the right narrative. You got to give them what they came for, right? And what did they come for? The Greeks came to become these people. This was the seat of power in the world. You didn't take over the world until you had this. You had to have the pyramids and the Sphinx. That is the capital of the world. That was the time, the zero time, the prime meridian. The prime meridian was the pyramids. The prime meridian was the pyramids. The pyramids are set in the middle of the most landmass on earth. The prime meridian was the pyramids. That's the prime meridian. So there is no conquest of the world without that. It got to start there. That was Times Square. That wasn't even Times Square. That was time triple. That was time cubed. Right there. Time cubed is Giza, the Giza Plateau. So now the Greeks did, what did they do? Who's Ptolemy's the first? Who is the Greeks? Who's the Egyptians at the time of all this? The Kemetics is no longer. The Kemetics is no longer in control. Look. Where we got this? Hold on. Okay, so who is this? Who is this? Let's look again. Look. After a series of wars between Alexander's successors, Ptolemy gained a claim to what? Judea. Come on, wake it up. Here you go. My bad. I want y'all to see this. Let's go. Let's wake this up. Ptolemy the First, right? Ptolemy the First was Basileus, a Greek term and title that means a monarch, right? And pharaoh of Ptolemaic Egypt. Pharaoh of Ptolemaic Egypt. Okay, so let's stop again. There's no such a thing as Pharaoh. Pharaoh is not a word in the Medu Neter. Pharaoh is not a word in the Medu Neter. Listen. Let's go back. All this is Greek stuff. He went on to found the Ptolemaic kingdom centered in Egypt, right? Let's fast forward. After a series of wars between Alexander's successors, Ptolemy gained a claim to Judea. All of this is Greece. They took over all this. All this is Greece. All this is Greece now. What we doing is arguing over things that's imaginary, that doesn't even exist in the time periods that we're trying to put them in. How KRS-One said it? Officer, overseer. Overseer, yeah, from officer. You need the similarity. Wait, you need a little clarity. Check the similarity. Right? All this was Greece. All that was Greece. The whole North Africa, all around the Middle East, all that. None of that was, it wasn't no Middle East, Africa. None, all that was Greece. All that was Greece. Greece took over the whole program. Greece took over the whole program. That was that, all that. They took over all that, everything. All that's Greece. Everything is Greece now. Yeah, get down and lay down. We got all this right here. All this ours. This all us right here. The pyramids, the big cat, dog, whatever that is, we taking that. We taking all these ladies, put the gold on the floor. We taking all them outfits. Listen, we taking all them outfits. We want the crowns, the jewelry, the bracelets. Put all that right there. Leave all that right there. Don't touch nothing. Strip down buck naked and walk off. Strip down buck naked and walk off. That's it. We want your money all your life. So, throw your swords in the air. I told you. The Sticky Fingers verse, the classic Sticky Fingers verse, is the autobiography of Greece. He said, I'm a curly head with a knife. I want your country or your life. So. Listen, all that. They took Judea, Egypt, everything, all that, locked it all down. So what does that mean? What does that mean for the people? What does that mean for the people? Who are these people? Who are these people in the story, in the Bible, right? In the Bible now, because this is the super Mandela effect of today. Black Friday, this is the day to do it on, right? Black Friday, pun intended, right? The Greeks are the Egyptians. These are the pharaohs, right? The Greeks are the pharaohs. They done turned Kemet into Egypt, right? They done turned Kemet into Egypt, and now they're the pharaohs of Egypt. They're the first pharaohs of Egypt. There is no pharaohs of Egypt before them because Egypt don't exist before them. So they're not only the first pharaohs of Egypt, they're the only pharaohs of Egypt. So they come in, boom, and they enslave the people that are there. So who are those people? There's no one else there but the Kemetic people. There's only the Kemetic people there and the Greek people that came in. So these are the Greek people, and these are the Greek people came in. They are now the royalty. The royalty is now, the royal Egyptian families is now the Greek people, the Macedonians. So now, who are these people? Everybody else. Everybody else is these people. Everybody else is these people, which is the reason why you have tribes. Because in Kemet at the time, there was different people and there was different cast of people, right? You had your priesthood, you had your these people, that people, you had your common feet. So how's the tribes broken down? Well, you got the Levites, you got your priests, and you got this and that. These are the original people. When you go back now and you read this story, right? Forget about the name, because the name will drive you crazy for now. We'll get to the name at some point, right? Because if you are emotionally tied to Egypt and Kemet and all this and all that, the name is going to drive you crazy. But this is the name that's here in the book. So we're just dealing with the book, right? We're dealing with the book, right? So here's the book. These are the names from the book. These are the original people that's there. These are the people that's now sitting on top of the throne. So when they talk about the people that was enslaved to the Egyptians, that's not the Kemetic people. That's the Greek people that enslaved the Kemetic people. All right. Okay, let's do this. Let's take a break. I got it. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Let me ask y'all another question. Let me ask y'all a question. How about this? What is Christmas? Let's talk about Christmas for a second. Let's just do something different. Let's just do something different for a second. Let's just do something different for a second. What's Christmas? So this is Christmas and a happy new year. Let's just talk about Christmas for a second. This right here, everybody's upset. White folks upset, black folks upset, Israelites, everybody's upset. Let's just leave this alone for a little while. Let's talk about Christmas. What is Christmas? Let's talk about Christmas. Come on. What is Christmas? What is Christmas? Come on. Somebody tell me something about Christmas. Yeah. Y'all can't be mad with me too. Come on. Tell me something about Christmas. What is Christmas? Okay. Thank you, Zai the Great. Thank you, Camille. All right. So Christmas, equinox celebration, St. Nicholas, pagan holiday. Okay. All right. All right. Pagan holiday. We're going to roll with the popular story. We won't roll with the popular story, right? The birthday of Jesus Christ. We're not getting into St. Nicholas, Mithras. We're not doing the December 25th or the sun goes down on the Southern Cross with the star. I'm hip. I'm hip. I'm hip, and I know y'all hip. I'm hip, and I know y'all hip. So we're not even going to talk about that right now. We might talk about that soon, but that's not. Birth of Jesus Christ, right? We're going to forget about Easter is also the birth of Jesus. So Jesus got two birthdays 90 days apart. That's 90 degree. Yeah, that we just going to leave all that alone, right? So Jesus Christ's birthday is on Christmas, right? The birth of Jesus Christ, right? We're going to forget the fact that there's no such a thing as shepherds that's outside in the wintertime. There's no shepherding in the wintertime. There's no shepherds in the wintertime. So it's just Jesus Christ's birthday, December 25th. Right? So Jesus Christ's birthday is December 25th. What is the relationship of a Christmas tree? Like, what is the relationship of a Christmas tree to Jesus Christ? What is that? The Christmas tree. I want to know about the Christmas tree. I want y'all to stop Googling. I want y'all to stop Googling. Y'all so googly. Stop Googling and just type into just talk, chat. It's a chat room, chat. Hollywood. Evergreen pine tree. Illuminati symbol. Okay, Camille went deep. Nope. Santa, Satan, a cross. Okay, you know what, Blonsky? We gotta do something with the Osiris. No. That's good. You shouldn't be Googling. I want nobody to Google it. Right? Well, you could Google it now, because I know once I say it, then people gonna Google it to make sure. They're gonna be like, yo, EnQi, you bugging right now. So there's only one tree. There's only one tree that Jesus is actually associated with in the Bible. Now y'all can feel free to Google. Feel free to Google now. Like, take a moment to go ahead and Google. This is Google moment. This is Google moment. I want y'all to take a moment and come back to the chat and tell me. In fact, all you got to do is go to Google and start typing in tree and Jesus. And it might get interesting. If you type in tree and Jesus, things might get interesting. That's all I'm saying. No, not the oak tree, not the fig tree, not, or you know what? Technically, it might be one of them trees, but that ain't the answer. No. 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 Uh-oh, we starting to cook now. We starting to cook now. Oh yeah, we getting to cook now. We nah. Hold on. Let's go. I'm gonna let y'all read it though. I ain't gonna read it. I'm gonna just pull up something on the stream, and then I'm gonna let y'all read it. All right? As I could tell by all those answers, it's getting ready to get wild. It's getting ready to get wild. All right, so does anybody have a Bible? I want to pull this up, but then I want you to also have your own Bible at hand. Just in case you don't believe what you see on the screen, you might need to look it up yourself in your own book, just to make sure it's really in there, that I'm not making it up. You not making it up. You know, like, I want y'all to be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look it up for yourself. Okay? So we're going to go over here. Right? And we're going to go like this. We're going to do this. Okay? We're going to go to Acts. Then we're going to go to verse 5. And we're going to make sure we get to the King James Version. Right? So everything is fish scale. Right? We want everything to be official. We're going to start somewhere around here. We're going to start somewhere around here. How that look? How that look? Maybe that look about right. Yeah, okay, so this look about right. Okay. But when the officers came and found them not in prison, they returned and told, saying, the prison truly found we shut with all safety, and the keepers standing without before the doors. But when we had opened, we found no man within. Now, when the high priest and the captain of the temple and the chief priest heard these things, they doubted of them whereunto this would grow. Then came one and told them, saying, behold, the men whom ye put in prison are standing in the temple and teaching the people. Then went the captain with the officers and brought them without violence, for they feared the people, lest they should have been stoned. And when they had brought them, they set them before the council, and the high priest asked them, saying, did we not straitly command you that ye should not teach in this name? And behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine, and intend to bring this man's blood upon us. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. And what does this one say right here? I'm not going to read it. I'm going to let y'all read this. What does that say? I told y'all I'm not going to read it. Y'all waiting for me to read it. I ain't going to read it. I told y'all this Mandela effect. I told y'all we having a Mandela effect. Listen. Crucifixion happens on a cross. Let me put that back on the screen just in case you mistakenly thought that said there was a cross involved in that story there. Let me just put that back on the screen there. All right, hey, listen. Let's look at a different passage. In case you want to look this up, what we're looking at right here, this is Acts chapter 5, verse 30. Right? Just in case you want to check this out yourself. Now we're going to go over here to Acts chapter 10. Okay? We're going to go to Acts chapter 10. We're going to do a similar thing. We're going to do a similar thing. We're going to start reading about right here. Make sure y'all can see this. Okay, good. But in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. The word which God sent unto the children of Israel, preaching peace by Jesus Christ. That word I say ye know, which was published throughout all Judea. All Judea. Didn't we just see Then we just read about, okay, we just read about Judea. We just going to keep on going. That word I say, ye know, which was published throughout all Judea and began from Galilee after the baptism which John preached, how God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and with power, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil, for God was with him. And we are witnesses of all things which he did, both in the land of the Jews and Jerusalem. Now, hold up. Because there's something else we got to see right there. There's something else we got to see right there. I want y'all to understand something. There's a whole nother Mandela effect, right? We was just walking into this. Listen, we was just walking into this. Because I know right now, some people is like, oh my God, I got a headache. EnQi, I'm turning this internet off and I'm taking a nap and I'm going to pray for your soul and I'm going to pray for your protection, EnQi. I'm just going to take a nap and turn this off. As I done got too much for the day. EnQi, I done got too much for the day. I want you to stop talking on the internet. You're doing too much now. We get it. You're angry. Your brother passed and you're just going crazy right now. EnQi, what happened? Didn't I have on my Mr. Rogers sweater this morning? Didn't we do fertility and autism for the children and fibroids for the mothers? And we talked about planning babies and health and wellness and all those things. Then we got all that. Didn't we do all that? We did all that. Y'all missed some videos, some lives today. We might have did about 12 hours worth of lives today. Listen, y'all might have missed some lives today. We were saving lives today. Listen. I know that some people never heard of this before. Some people like, oh, yeah, EnQi, I knew about that. I forgot about that. That's wild. Some people never saw that before. Their eyeballs is falling out their head. They like, wait a minute. What happened to Jesus on the cross? Wait a minute. What happened to Jesus on the cross? And if that's what happened, why would we be celebrating the Christmas? Wait, what is happening right now? Wait a minute, because I thought we supposed to get the Christmas tree and we celebrating Jesus with the tree. What is EnQi? What are you doing over here? Like, hold on. So look, forget that you've seen that, as if you could possibly forget you've seen that, right? I want you to just pay attention to this right here. This is what I want you to see. So this right here that's highlighted, try not to see that. I want you to carefully read this right here. This right here says so many different things right here. This line right here says everything that we've been talking about. Okay, hold up. Let's go over here real quick. Okay. So right now, I told y'all what we talking about is everything. Right now, history, everything. Remember, time and space only exist in your mind. Time and space only exist in your mind. There's no such a thing as time. The only time that exists is now. Bro. I know some of y'all got to sleep this in. Some of this, all this stuff we've been talking about over the months, all this is just like, there's no such a thing as time. We judging time by how much time we go around the sun. And we got that from the Bible. The Bible said they put the signs, the stars up there for signs. Listen to what I'm telling you, right? So Greek comes in here, right? So now I'm telling you, and I'm showing you, walking you through slowly so you get it, right? This is Kemet. Greek comes in here, and the Greek people become the royal Egyptians. So the royal Egyptians are totally invented, poof, by the Greeks. There is no such thing as royal Egyptians or Egyptians at all before these guys come into place. At the same time as they write themselves into the story, they have to now create a new identity for the people that's there. That's these people. Right? And these people wrote this. That's why this book is so heavily coded, because these people wrote this book at knife point. And so they put everything that they wanted them to say in this book. But they also left a lot of breadcrumbs throughout this book. They left breadcrumbs all throughout this book. So you'll be able to go through the wilderness. You'll be able to find your way back home through the wilderness. Right? We waking it up right now. Right now, me and you, we waking it up. Me and you. We doing this together right now. Forget about all the other people that you've been listening to all these years. They are Egyptologists. Think about what I'm telling you. Egypt is fake. So what is a Egyptologist? What is an Egyptologist? There's no such thing as Egypt. So what is an Egyptologist? Think about this, what I'm trying to explain to you. There's no such thing as Egypt. Yo, there's no ancient Egypt. Egypt is invented with the Greeks. So what is an Egyptologist but a Greek historian? Hello? An Egyptologist is a Greek historian. An Egyptologist are the people put in place to maintain the cover. Egyptologists are there to maintain the cover so that any new findings, right? Because they know the people will keep finding stuff. Any new findings could be interpreted by Egyptologists. That's what they do. They're translators, they're interpreters. So if you find something, the Egyptologist is going to tell you what it is. And so they got the black students of the Egyptologists that's in our communities telling us what the Egyptologist history is. And so they have performed the ultimate divide and conquer, because now they have us fighting us over imagination. They have us fighting us over nothing, over imagination. Look, let's look at this. Look at this line in the Bible. What does this say? Jerusalem is supposed to be ancient Israel, right? Jerusalem is supposed to be ancient Israel. Okay? Pay attention. Jerusalem is supposed to be ancient Israel. Got it? Now, what does this say right here in the Bible? Look. Let's read this as a class. Let's read this together. What does this say right here? Now, mind you, who is this that's speaking right here? Let's see if we can figure out who's speaking right here. How was practice?
It was all right. We just went through offensive plays.
Let's go back a few. Okay, so this is Peter. This is Peter, and Peter's down with the home team. Right? Peter's down with the home team. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian, a Jewish person, an Israelite. Peter is with the home team. Okay, so this is what Peter's saying. Here's what Peter's saying. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that God is no respecter of persons, but in every nation he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. The word which God sent unto the children of Israel, preaching peace by Jesus Christ. He is Lord of all. That word I say, ye know, which was published throughout all Judea and began from Galilee after the baptism which John preached. How God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and with power, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil, for God was with him. What does this line right here say? And we are witnesses of all things which he did, both in the land of the Jews and Jerusalem. Okay, now, so listen. I know what the word and means, and you know what the word and means. Correct? Listen, I know what the word and means, and you know what the word and means. And we already looked at it earlier. Hellenistic Judaism existed in two places, Turkey and Egypt. So, Jesus did some stuff in the land of the Jews, and he did some stuff in Jerusalem. Where is the land of the Jews? Correct. Double correct. Now, listen. They could argue with me. I'm just a guy from 158th Street in the Bronx with gold teeth. I clearly am not that smart. But the Bible says that Jesus was doing some good stuff in the land of the Jews and in Jerusalem. That's not the same place. No, no, no. It's for the people. You don't know. Okay. There's a clear distinction. And where does the Semitic come from? Listen, that's why we started this off nice and slow. right? We started this off nice and slow. I said, okay, well, let's just go on ahead and let's take a look at this one. Remember, we took a look at this one, right? We said, okay, well, let's get a good look at this. Okay, so now we see where all these languages is the same. They got the same roots. Okay, cool. Unless we get the Egyptologists to come explain to us the languages. See, once we get the Egyptologists to come explain it to us, the Egyptologists is basically the men in black. They come in with the shiny stick and go, look at this right here. Look at this. And then before you know it, you'd be like, oh, that's right. No. Them languages ain't got nothing to do with each other. They just the exact same by mistake. They just, what's the odds on it? Isn't that incredible? All those languages exactly the same from totally different countries, and clearly there was no central influence on any of that. All them languages just poof came out of nowhere. Just totally identical. Isn't that amazing? Different people, different countries, different time periods, they just made up the same thing. That is incredible. And then there's this. And then there's this. Come on, everybody, with me. We just gonna relax. Y'all was here with me when I did it. We reunited the upper and the lower. We just reunited Kemet tonight, all together. Me and you. We did this together. Me, you, and this guy. Right? We did this together. All roads lead to Damascus. I know it's some missing books. 66 books, 81 books, 90 books, 99. We're bringing everybody back together. Because that's not in dispute. We know the Ethiopians and the Dogon and the Kush and all of those cultures culminated in what we had in Kemet. So we don't gotta do that. At least not now. We can get to some more specifics and some details later. We need to. It's been 2,500 years since we've been together. Come on, we're just gonna breathe together. It's been 2,500 years since we took a breath together. All together, everybody. We're gonna breathe in together. Yeah, we just had a moment. It's been 2,300, 2,500, 2,000 something, 2,000 over 2,000 years. We've been breathing divided breaths. We're gonna start the butterfly effect right here, as usual. We're gonna let the butterfly effect go out. Right? They got to give me strength because I'm gonna have to go messenger, get some arrows in the front, arrows in the back. The word's gonna go out though. And then people go and debunk it and then rebunk it. The debunk and the rebunk is where the knowledge come in. Because they got to grab this and go, no, that's not. And then after they spend some time on it, they go, we do got to answer some questions that never been answered. We've been listening to the Kemetic brothers, the sons and daughters of the Egyptologists. They've been telling us for a long time, Israel don't exist. Israel is fake. There's no proof of Israel. We got the pyramids though. Okay, well, that's cool, but Egypt don't exist either. So where did the Kemetic people go and the Israelite people come from? Because we got the languages. So we know there's a continuation of the languages. And we know that the languages go with the people. So if there's a continuation of the languages, we know there's a continuation of the languages, there's a continuation of the people. We know for a fact that the rivers and the offshoots and all that all leads to what we thought was the Nile Valley. Right? That's the garden. That's the equatorial spot with the lush greens and the vegetation and all the good stuff. It's all right. It's going to take a little time for us to figure this out. Wait a minute. So what are you saying about the 12 tribes? Is it still 12 tribes? Or what? What are you saying? Okay. We creating a ripple. Yes, ma'am. We're going to turn that ripple into a huge wave and then into a typhoon. Because this can't be ignored. Especially once you put all the details in place. Put all the details in place. You start asking yourself questions like, wait a minute. Okay. Wait. So then you got to go back to all of the questions you had before. Okay, so if there's no Jesus, right? There's no Jesus, because we know that J was just invented. What was the original? How did they pronounce that again? How did they pronounce that? Wait, hold on. Because there's another. So, right, we're going to revisit these. We're going to revisit these like we never even had these conversations before. I already know after this live is over, y'all getting ready to forget everything y'all seen. Y'all just going to forget this like charges. We must have been high. We must have been drunk. We must have been sleepy. We must have worked too long. I don't know what that stuff was EnQi was talking about. Okay, so Let's get the spelling. Do you know anybody that's Spanish? I grew up in the Bronx. I know a whole bunch of Spanish guys named this in school. And this is pronounced like this. Let me tell you how this is pronounced, just in case you never met any Spanish person with this name. This is how this name is pronounced. By a Latin-speaking person. This Latin word is pronounced this way by Latin-speaking people. I want y'all to get that for a second. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. This word is a Latin word pronounced this way by Latin-speaking people. Non-Latin speaking people pronounce this like this. Jesus. 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 This is how non-Latin people pronounce that word. Latin-speaking people pronounce it this way. Jesus. Jesus. Hey, Zeus. Jesus. I'm not a Latin-speaking person. I didn't make up any of these names. I'm just telling you. When they came in, they renamed everything. They renamed everything. See, I want y'all to have the understanding because I want y'all to come back to this book. I want y'all to become back godly again. Come on back over to the God side. Because right now, Satan got a whole bunch of tricks and disguises and all kinds of stuff. And so it's just too much to try to figure out. And you just like, you know what? Something ain't right with that book. And we just not doing it. And we just, God is going that way. We going this way. And I'm like, wait, hold on. That is the plot. All these twists and turns and all that to separate you from your God. It's only one God. It's only one God. We confuse with all these languages. So we believe that. Let me tell you how arrogant humans are. This is how arrogant humans are. We're so arrogant. We believe that what we call God changes God somehow. God tell you in every scripture, he judging your heart. You speaking from the heart. The heart doesn't have vocal cords. The heart doesn't have vocal cords. The words are there to confuse your mind. Time, space, light, sound only exist in here. So if you can be turned upside down in here, then you will turn your heart away from God. Okay. See, words have power. The reason why words have power is because words words are the signal, the frequencies that play games in here. And once they put it in here, then it can become real. So overnight, a whole country of people can disappear and pop up somebody else. Wait a minute. But you got to go through this thing with a fine-tooth comb. You got to go through this thing with a fine-tooth comb. And then you get to certain verses where nobody likes to talk about these verses. Nobody likes to talk about those verses. The tree and Jesus and the tree and Jesus. Nobody likes to talk about those verses because those verses look totally out of place. Those verses cause all kinds of chaos all by themselves. Like, wait, what is this right here? Because now we know for sure that they was hanging black folks. So now what is happening here? What is going on with Jesus? You said, wait a minute, how long they been hanging niggas? Hey, listen, you got to start asking all kind of crazy questions. You got to start asking all kind of crazy questions. Like, wait a minute now. Hold up. Is life imitating art or is art imitating life? What is going on right now? Strange fruit. Strange fruit. I told you that song Strange Fruit was written by a young Jewish guy from the Bronx. See, I'm from the Bronx. Strange Fruit. If you never heard that song, you probably should listen to that song. After this video, turn that song on. Matter of fact, turn that song on right now and listen to it in the background. After we didn't had this conversation, if you listen to that song, you're gonna get chills. Or that song is gonna creep you out. Especially now that you know that song is written by a young Jewish guy. That is gonna be the creepiest song you ever heard. That song is gonna be more creepy than the Halloween Michael Myers. Then you got the Friday the 13th. I done forgot the Friday the 13th song. Yeah, Halloween, Michael Myers, and then Strange Fruit. Come on now. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, it's going to get creepy. You listen to that song, you be like, wait a minute, who wrote this song? No, we know Billie Holiday sang this song, but we didn't know somebody was studying this and then they wrote that. Hold on. So somebody was studying this for about 20 years straight. And then they wrote that and gave it to a black singer, huh? Interesting. You start to thinking like, wait a minute. Has everybody been laughing at us? Hold up. EnQi, how many other people know about all this stuff we talking about right now? Everybody except us. Everybody except us. So it's time that we learn our history, and we got to do it. We got to do it in a laughing manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, it's a game. Life is a game. We lost. We got to watch video. That's all. Like, ooh, he hit you with the crossover right there. And then he gave you the pick. And then he passed with the. Don't let him hit you with that pick again. That's all. We just got to figure that out. Like, yo, when they come with the full court press, you got a man open. You got to pass the ball. That's all. We just got to watch video, figure out how we lost the game. And then we just don't let that happen. The first thing we got to do is bring that back. We got to repair. We got to come back together again. We got to stop these ridiculous debates. The Christian versus the Israelite versus the Kemetic brother. Why we did? That means none of y'all really understand what y'all reading. You don't understand what you're reading. You don't know what you look. You don't know what you. When you look at history, you don't know what you're looking at clearly, because there's no debating the Egypt versus the Israel versus the Christian brother, the Greek. Hold up, you do. We gotta relax. We gotta hug. We need a big hug, a worldwide hug. Like, hold on. All right, jokes on us. All right, hug it out. We gotta hug it out. Jokes on us. We looking crazy. I got it. We got it. We looking crazy. Right? We looking crazy. Look. Let's look at something else. Okay. Let's go. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. And then maybe I'll give y'all a break. I might give y'all a break. I know we went through a lot. We've been through a lot. This has been a lot. Okay. Joseph fell upon his father's face and wept upon him and kissed him. And Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father. And the physicians embalmed Israel. And 40 days were fulfilled for him. For so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And the Egyptians mourned. What is happening right here? The Egyptians mourned for the Israelites? And when the days of his mourning were past, Joseph spake unto the house of Pharaoh, saying, If I now find grace in your eyes, speak, I pray you, in the ears of Pharaoh, saying. Now, mind you, this is before Greece gets there. The story is supposed to be from antiquity, right? It's not supposed to be from the time of Greece. So this story is supposed to be 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Like, this is way before, right? This is when the Jews are in the land of quote unquote Egypt, but this is before the Greece takeover and all that. So you have to ask yourself, what is actually happening right here? Right? And I'll give you some context in a second. Actually, I can give you some context right now. Let's go back here. In Egypt, or Kemet rather, because Egypt don't exist. In Kemet, who can get embalmed? Who gets embalmed? Everybody doesn't get embalmed. Everybody's not preparing for the weighing of the heart ceremony. That's preparing for the weighing of the heart ceremony. So who's preparing for the weighing of the heart ceremony? What is Israel doing? What is Joseph doing? What are they doing getting prepared for the weighing of the heart ceremony? What are they doing getting prepared for the weighing of the heart ceremony? John Q. Public could not get. This is what I'm saying. There's anomalies that have to be asked. What were they doing getting prepared for the weighing of the heart ceremony? If they're foreigners that just came in, they got taken in. Foreigners don't get no weighing of the heart ceremony. The same as you fast forward to the time when the Greeks take over. They talk about they found the Rosetta Stone, and the Rosetta Stone just so happened to have metal netcher on the top. Metal netcher is only for the high priest. Only the high priest. Metal netcher literally is the words of the gods. Only the high priest gets to deal with that. That's not just laying around. Oh, they were sending a message. Who sends a message on a big block like that? They had paper. They had papyri. They had scrolls and books and all that. Who is sending somebody a message on a big rock like that? Yo, listen, this is all our fault. We let the Egyptologists and all these people tell us all kind of crazy stuff, and we never ask the right questions. Oh, yeah, well, you know, we found this message. We happened to find this stone here. It was a message from the, because the Egyptian, the Egyptian, Kemet, they was writing something. So they was writing a message to the Greek, to the Pharaoh. Wait a minute. See, you start to scratch the lie, you find a thief. None of them stories start adding up. You telling me that the Egyptian Pharaoh needed metal netcher and the Egyptian Pharaoh needed metal netcher translated? What? What are we doing? No. And that wasn't no message to no Greeks. You see how far Greece was from Kemet? They would have had to send that joint on a boat. Then why would they put that in a rock? A big stone like that. What sense do that make? That don't make no sense. If you sending somebody a letter today, you writing it. Actually, today we doing email. But if you were sending somebody a letter, you would send them a letter. Oh yeah, boo boo boo, blasey speed, blasey splee, word, yo, son, you was wildin', yo, I seen shorty, boo boo boo, yeah. Sign me. You're not sending a letter of the same message written 3 times in 3 different. Why would you do that? That right there, Rosetta Stone, is something that was ordered to have been done because we need to be taught your languages. We need to learn your priestly. We need to learn your program. Yeah, we need to learn that gods, whatever that is, the words of the gods, we need that, and we need the other one, whatever that, we need that one too. So write us up something nice with that, write it again in the script, and then write it again in the Greek, so that way we can take our time and we can use that, put that in stone. So that way we'll have that from my generation to the next to the next. So we'll have our whole breakdown of your program. Yeah. Otherwise, none of these things make sense. There's no such a thing as Israelites getting prepared for the weighing of the heart ceremony by Kemetic physicians. What? Why would that be happening? Look, right now I'm asking you, why would that be happening from a Kemetic standpoint, right? There's no way that the Kemetic people, the Egyptian people, is preparing foreigners for the weighing of the heart ceremony. That's not happening. But let's flip this around. The Jewish people supposedly had their program set up by God. There's no way that they're doing some foreign rituals. What? We talking about Jacob, Joseph, what, huh? They're not doing no foreign rituals. You're not getting ready to desecrate their body by doing no foreign ritual on them. They would only be doing the ritual in alignment with their God. And we know beyond a shadow of a doubt whose ritual that is. Embalming the body, you're preparing the body for the weighing of the heart ceremony. Uh-oh, bring it out. See, now we're going to start pulling them words out. Listen. We got some explaining. We got some other conversations we need to have, some better arguments. We got some better arguments we need to have.